Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and we are on day 2 of our Indiegogo campaign. And it's been a little ridiculous. Yesterday, I made a video just as we hit the $10,000 mark, and I was pretty excited there, and I said, $10,000, that's obviously a goal for children, and I said, so let's do $20,000. And then like 2 or 3 hours later, we hit $20,000. In fact, at this point, we are, let's refresh the screen, it's 11:30 in the morning Eastern Time on April 4th, and we are at $28,903. I'm kind of speechless at this point, although I'm talking lots. It's blown me away. I was hoping that we would hit 20,000 by the end. I know I had said 10,000 at first, but then once I saw how many people were getting enthusiastic about it, I thought, okay, maybe we'll hit 20,000. I'll still make the goal 10,000 to keep it realistic. But we're almost at 30,000. So our new goal is going to be 40,000. Maybe we can hit 50,000 by the end, but with each goal, we'll talk about what else we want to achieve. Like for example, at the $10,000 level, I said we'll do 5 miniatures. The $20,000 level, I said we'd try to do 10 miniatures in total. Well, now we need to talk about what we're going to do if we hit the $40,000 level. Now, the more money we raise, obviously the more we can do. And allows me to hire more concept artists. Oh, just want to give you a really quick update. Here's a new piece of concept art. I only have one for you right now because it's only been a day since I showed you all the rest that we have. And so this is one from an artist that we had already hired, and he's been working on it. I think this looks fantastic. I love his style. You might recognize the style from the first video I created showing a bit of different concept. This is for the corporation. This would be more like a commander or an elite person because their weapon is very futuristic, whereas the corporation will deal more with more primitive weapons, and the reclaimers will have all the cool weapons there. Although the corporation will have lots of them too, just not in all of their squads. There's different tech levels. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that because it's pretty neat, and hopefully it can inspire you and see that we are working on this. So far, the result that we have is that we're doing 10 miniatures. Basically what I'm going to try to do is create the miniatures in such a way that we have 2 starter boxes. So maybe like a commander with a squad of guys. Because even if we make 5 miniatures, like a squad of guys could be 5 guys, but you could have 3 different ones, and then there's repeats. You see that in War Machine. Heck, you see it in pretty much every game. Warhammer, War Machine. Now Warhammer miniatures, Games Workshop does a really good job of letting you really pose them differently. And you might be able to do that with these ones a bit too. But obviously we're not going to start off at the awesome level that Games Workshop miniatures are, but we do hope to work there and get there. But yeah, so like a squad of 5 guys might be 3 the same, or 2 or 3 the same miniature, just repeated. And so that leaves us a couple others, so maybe like the commander, for example, and maybe like a solo, a sniper, or a rocket launcher, or an assassin, or something like that. So we'll see what happens. And I'm not 100% set on what those 2 first factions will be. At first I was going to make it Zlanthos and Reclaimers, but this one guy's doing such a good job on the corporation, and the guys that I have for the Zlanthos and Reclaimers are taking a while, that I'm kind of inspired to do the corporation, but we'll wait and see. We're not at the point of starting to make the miniatures yet. We're still in the concept stage. So here's my question. I can't come up with a really concrete thing that I'd want to do at 40,000 because I can think of a bunch of different things I'd like to do with that. So I'd rather ask you guys, what would you like me to do if we hit $40,000 for this Indiegogo campaign? Now, to answer this question, you can leave a comment in this video, but if you really want me to see it for sure, I'm going to put a link in the description, or if you're on Indiegogo, it'll be right above this video, pointing to a forum topic on the Dark Potential forums that I've started already. That basically says, what should we do with the 40,000? You can reply there. So you can register a free account on the forum if you don't already have one. If you put it there, then I am much more likely to see your response. I will still read the comments, but it's hard to kind of, like there's comments on the Indiegogo, there's comments on the YouTube, there's comments on my Facebook, there's comments on the forum. So it's hard to keep up with everything, especially right now, everything's going nuts. So there's tons of people posting everywhere. And so just go and post at that link. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to give a huge thank you to the 319 funders. I was going to be emailing everybody individually, but that's back when I thought we were going to hit 140 or 150 funders total. So I don't think it's going to be possible for me to email each of you individually. I probably will email some of the bigger contributors, obviously, But I'm sorry I won't be able to get in contact with every single one of you individually. But please understand that I am still incredibly grateful. I had one person say, oh, after I saw what you raised, I felt like my $25 was a meager contribution. But that's not the case, because this is crowdfunding. Rather than getting one person who invests everything, you get a lot of people investing a small amount. So without those small amounts, you wouldn't build up. So just remember that even a $5 contribution or a $25 contribution is not meager. It all helps. So think of it that way. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say that enough. Now, so there's that question. What do you want me to do if we hit 40,000? And then the second thing is I need a bit of your help, because I've been sifting through galleries and lots of portfolios of people who have submitted portfolios to me to be concept artists, and I found a few really good artists. But like I said on the forum topic that you're going to see, 1,000 eyes or 10,000 eyes are better than 2. I would love your help if you know of artists that you think that they would fit the style for Dark Potential. Now by that, I'm going to put another link below or above to another forum topic where you can link to their gallery, or better yet, straight to a part of their gallery that has pictures that really show that they would be a good match for this. I'm looking for people who are very talented. They don't have to be cheap. In fact, I'm willing to put out more money because it'll get better artists. And they need to have the style that fits Dark Potential. So the link to that forum topic will show you a few of the pieces of concept art that I think, and their Dark Potential concept art, that I think really fits the style that this game is starting to have based on the artists that we've already hired. So you can look at that, and then you can look at artists and you can see if they fit that style. So just, if you're not aware of it yet, I don't want grotesque gore and blood on everything. I don't want huge breasts on the girls and they're half naked. I don't like that kind of style. I don't want like a mecha kind of look. I don't want a zombie infested mutant kind of look. I'm looking more for, I'd say realistic as sci-fi can get. Just take a look at the pictures on the forum post in the link above or below, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm looking for all sorts. I'm looking for people that can do concept art, so like just black and white stuff that has the right kind of feel. Looking for illustrators who will make these more colorful, and so they can be used in rule books and stuff. And I'm looking for environmental artists still. Like you'll see a couple of the pieces of art that show the environment. Like I want more people that can do that kind of stuff as well, so that, because that kind of generates the overall feel of the game. I'm looking for sculptors as well. So if you know of a good sculptor, then please link in the gallery. The sculptors are actually the hardest to find. I found a couple good ones, but I need more if I'm going to get all these produced in time. So that would be great if you could help me out with that too. You guys have helped out so much with everything else, with the rules, with just a lot of the concept of the game, the histories, obviously now with the contributions. So I'm thinking this is turning into a really good community game. And so I just want to keep kind of using that resource because you guys obviously are very good at this. Lastly, to keep this campaign going, I'm not going to do it today, obviously, but I want to add some new perks. Like we're already starting to work through the worthy painted miniatures. And heck, even the $1,500 level is now been, 4 of those have been claimed. So I need some extra perks, probably between the $100 and $200 level, just to entice some more people to contribute as well. So any ideas that you have for things that we can give as perks. Now remember that they can't cost a lot, otherwise suppose like if it's something that costs $50 and it's a $100 level, then $50 of that $100 contribution is used for the perk. So that doesn't really work. It has to be stuff that's a little lower cost or no cost, and it's just a cool factor, whatever it can be. So I'm going to have a third forum post, so there's going to be 3 in total, and that asks the question, what other perks would you like to see before the end of the campaign? We still have, like we're on day 2. Day 2. Like at the 24-hour mark, we're already at $26,000. It's just completely ridiculous. So I want to just kind of use this and return everything. I'm going to do as much as I can to make a really good game, rules-wise and miniatures-wise. The rules will always be available for free. I promise that. There will always be PDFs of the rules. Hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt by promising that. I don't get some sort of publisher who's like, no, you're not allowed to have the PDFs. But I don't see why we wouldn't always be able to have the PDFs available for download. And of course, we'll have the hardcover and softcover rule books as well, because I prefer that over downloads. But it's nice to be able to have the download just to see the rules and basic ideas. Anyway, so we'll leave it at that. So 3 questions. What do you want us to do if we hit 40,000? Please, or I guess the second one's not a question. Please help us find more artists, because I've got some money to spend. It's kind of nice with the Indiegogo. I already have a lot of the money because anybody who contributes by PayPal, I get the money right away, whereas the credit card ones only come at the end. So I actually have a lot of money I can start spending right now, and I'm just going to go all out and start developing this right now. I've actually already been doing that this morning. And number 3, what kind of extra perks should I add that'll entice even more people to contribute? And once again, you can help out this campaign by going on indiegogo.com/darkpotential, either contributing, or even if you have contributed or you can't contribute, just sharing it by clicking the like button or tweeting it or Google +1ing it or embedding it on other websites. People have already been putting on other websites. I see a thread on DakaDaka. I've seen some threads on like Heresy Online. I've seen some different forums that are talking about it. And so that's great. We just need to get the word out for this as much as possible. Thanks again for all your help. You guys are awesome, and happy wargaming.